Yo, what's going on, guys? Melon back again, and today I'm going to be showing off the Spring Cup team that got me to Expert. So I actually got this earlier in the week, but I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been able to make a video. It's Galarian Weezing on the lead, and then I've got two Mud Slappers, Barbaracle and Gastrodon in the back. I don't feel too bad about using Double Slap because it's a Spring Cup, and because I'm using a freaking Barbaracle. I mean, come on. It's a fun Pokemon though. It baits out all of the Gastrodon counters, or most of them, and it has much better coverage on its charge moves. So despite the fact that, it's not the best Pokemon in terms of stat product, and the fact that Mudslap is not stab, Stone Edge, as you can see, threatens things like Tropius, and it also baits out the Tropius. So I'm more than fine baiting out this Tropius. They recognize Tropius is probably pretty valuable in the back, but at this point, I think it's a little too late, unless they have like a Ferrothorn in the back. And I run Brutal Swing on my Galarian Weezing for this exact matchup. Obviously, Jellicent does not like to see Brutal Swing. If you run Overheat, you're super weak against Jellicent, which I hate. I decide to Overform here, and it's actually not bad. I knew in the moment it didn't really matter because it's just farm on my Gastrodon at this point, and I want that farm to reach double Body Slam for the Tropius, so it honestly doesn't matter a whole lot. I actually prefer to get the farm on my Gastrodon to make sure that this Tropius doesn't reach two Leaf Blades and just one-shot me. So this team just plays as if it's a very standard ABB style. This cup as a whole, any of these limited metas, or most of them, where you only have 3 types in the meta, they become very RPS. I'm sure you guys have experienced it, which makes these metas somewhat frustrating, but I've just taken the approach of I'm not going to get mad about it. You can see I reach Expert here, and then I'll show some bonus battles so you can see more how this team plays when you don't get advantageous leads. Although I have the best lead in this matchup, I have Shadow Cacturn. At this point, I've basically won, although you'll see Jellicent, I still want my Weezing aligned on this, and my logic here is basically I want to get a lot of damage down with my Weezing first, maybe get a shield off this Jellicent, and then I can let my Pokemon in the back do some work. You can see they don't shield that, which is a bit surprising, but I actually get 3 Mud Slaps off, and they throw energy into Barbaracle, which is not too bad because it means that Cacturn's not going to get a huge amount of energy, and I can threaten to get this shield right back with my Cross Chop. So it's fine. I've still maintained alignment, and I'm still even on shields. So that was my approach. I wanted to get rid of that Jellicent to the best of my ability. Here, I'm just going to throw my Brutal Swing immediately and then swap into Gastrodon. And Gastro is going to completely destroy this Tentacruel, and honestly Gastro isn't too bad into Jellicent either, so it kind of is what it is. Oh no, not Jellicent, Cacturn is what I still have to deal with. The reason it's not too bad is because the Body Slam threatens huge damage, so as long as I have 1 Body Slam left, it's not a horrible problem. You can see I do give a pretty big farm down there, but it really doesn't matter because it can't one-shot me. It couldn't knock me out unless it was running Payback, which it's not, so, it doesn't really matter. And I get my Brutal Swing, which knocks it out, no problem. I think I could have thrown a Sludge there. Here we have a horrible lead. It's Mawile, but honestly, anything on Fire Fang Mawile, it's just not a problem because my backline completely destroyed it. So here I build up to the Stone Edge, which Lapras absolutely does not want to take. And then I bait with the Cross Chop because Cross Chop, even if it lands, it does pretty decent damage into Lapras. And if they shield it, then great, I can build up to this Stone Edge, but do huge damage to the Lapras, and that's pretty good. And I threaten another Stone Edge, so they're forced to throw energy, which is really, really nice. I just come back in with Weezing. They have the Mawile, but I've already flipped switch, so it's a GG because Gastrodon completely destroys Mawile. They do get to a Play Rough, which is a bit of damage that my Gastrodon takes, but it can do it. And then I just go and farm up, get a Body Slam plus an Earth Power. They shield the Earth Power. I probably should have baited with Body Slam first because they might not have known I would get to 2 moves, but I didn't know that I was going to be able to win that. So, or not win that, but that I was going to be able to live and throw both. Here we have Jellison into Weezing, which is not a bad matchup, obviously, and I could just throw after 4. Brutal Swing's going to chunk pretty well, as you've seen. The one difficulty is that I do need to get out into one of my Mud Slappers to try and bait out any potential grass types in the back. So you can see I catch onto my Barbaracle, and that's fine. They throw the Shadow Ball, cool with me, because I just need to make sure that they don't have a grass type in the back. Alignment will be super key, and I'm glad that I fight for alignment because this means that I get the Tentacruel aligned on Barbaracle, which is great, and it's great because I have a Gastrodon in the back. So even if Tentacruel out-survives this Barbaracle, I just come in with Gastrodon and win. So you can see I get both shields at this point. I'm completely in the driver's seat. I don't really think there are many Pokemon that would be able to win this. I just go in Gastrodon. It is what it is. They're probably just going to forfeit now. So they throw the Scald. Cool. They're going to throw another Scald. I'm just going to shield it. Let's see what happens. They come in with Mawile and then forfeit. GG. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.